think it was back on like day 2 of training camp?
Yeah, man. It's been a long time coming. I'm excited to be out here practicing with the team finally, and I can't wait to get out there and show everybody what I can do.
Does it feel like you're behind the 8 ball a little bit? Do you have some catching up to do, or what does it feel like?
My lungs definitely feel like that, but that's I'm out here after practice, running, getting extra work in, anything I can do, to catch myself back up with the team, and hopefully I can go out there and contribute.
Are you feeling good otherwise physically? I mean.
Yes, yeah, man. You asked everybody. I had the fractured ankle, but if you asked me, I was 100%. So I've been ready to go since I heard it on day 2. So I'm just itching to get to the game.
How tough was it to just watch it? I mean, obviously some early struggles early on here, and they've won now 2 out of the last 3. So.
It's definitely hard to watch, but we feel like we have a great team. We've let some games slip by. That Calgary game going into halftime, I think it was a 1-2 score game, and for it to end up how it was, that's not where we want to be. But we've had a lot of injuries, man. A lot of veteran guys have been injured, and when we haven't been out there to sort of help bring the culture that Coach Jones wants to the team. But as I'm coming back, we got Niles Morgan coming back. There's more and more guys coming in, and I think you'll see a big difference.
I was going to ask you about that. Just have you been on a team in the CFL here with this many injuries this early on?
No, not at all. We've had a lot of rookies out there. A lot of guys that that are great athletically, but when you're a rookie, there's a lot of growing pains comes with the CFL. So a couple of games slipped by, but I think you'll definitely see a lot more better performances.
You're able to be in the locker room at least this whole time. What's that culture been like?
Oh man, it's great. It's one of the best locker rooms I've been in. There's a lot of veteran guys here that we know exactly what we need to do, what Coach Jones asked of us, and it's more about just teaching the young guys and getting everybody on the same page.
Speaking of what Coach Jones asked, he's been asking a lot of different guys to do a lot of different sort of things, and you've done it before with him, but playing on the defensive side, just knowing that's what you're signed up as.
Yeah, man. When Coach Jones signed you as an athlete, when you come here, you're an athlete, not just your position, and you have to accept anything you can do to help the team. If Coach Jones sees you in a different position, that's more of a credit to you than anything. He respects your athletic ability, and he allows you. No other coach would allow you to even experiment like that. So just having we have I think three or 4 receivers that are at DB right now. That have
quarterback, right?
Yeah, and a quarterback. So it really just shows the athleticism we have all around across the board on the team.
He's a big fan of turnovers, and you had some interceptions with him in Saskatchewan. And we saw, these 2 wins, there's a big fumble turnover in Hamilton and a big interception by Gainey here to really turn the table last week.
Yeah, that's what I've been preaching, especially in the DB room. We can affect the game. We can win the game in the DB room. And, Ed came up with a big pick last week that led to a touchdown, for us to win the game. And those are the type of plays that we need. Coach Jones has big play defenses. We're high risk, high reward. We're out there. We're in man to man, no help. We're out there. We gotta hold our nuts.
We've seen that a lot. 2 of the last 3 games were victories. In those games, especially, we've seen a lot of those big plays turn the game around.
Yeah, definitely. Guys are getting more comfortable on where they're supposed to be, what Coach Jones is asking for, and hopefully we start flying around more, causing more turnovers, more fumbles.
You and Morgan are the first ones off the 60. And are we going to see? All those injuries early on. Are we going to see more guys coming back from that?
Yeah, man. We definitely should, man. We still got Daniel Ross over there in the 6th game. He's a great player, and there's more and more players coming. Hopefully, we can get Aaron Grimes back. And man, if we get those two guys back, that's a star-studded defense.
We haven't really seen this defense yet, then. In that
no,
sense.
the defense has not been completed at all yet.
Yeah.
Different feel for you at practice this week. Last week, I know you're practicing, but you're still on the 6th game this week. You're in a position you can play. Does it feel different for you?
Yeah, man. You got to kind of take more of a serious approach. This is my first game coming in, and we're going into the second third of the season. It's crunch time right now. These next 6 games are crucial for the season, and going into the playoffs and having that momentum. So I can't wait to get out there, and I feel good. I feel 100%. Hopefully, I can go out there and make some plays.
How much of a test are the Winnipeg Blue Bombers right now?
Man, they're the best team in the league right now. And that shows by their record. but we feel that we can compete. You know, we have a lot of great athletes out here, and if we go out there and run our game plan and execute, you know, it should be a really good game.
There's no room for error when you're playing a team that good, right?
No. They have a lot of veterans. You know, Zach Caleros, he's probably the best quarterback in the league right now. You know, the way he's playing, you can't let him get out the pocket. You know, I've been watching him ever since I was young, watching him at Cincinnati. You know, he's been scrambling around winning championships for a while. So, you know, if we can contain him, you know, hopefully we'll have a chance.
What's the key up against that offense? What do you have to do to be successful against them?
Man, I think we have to limit Caleros and his running ability and get the ball out of his hands. Make the other players, you know, beat us. Don't allow Zach to be running around, scrambling, making plays, finding receivers down the field, and you know, allow his playmaker ability to sort of win the game.
How different is it without Andrew Harris back there?
Oh man, you know. They still have some great running backs. You know, you don't want to discredit any of them, but you know, Andrew Harris is a great player. You know, he's a big back. He's a bruising back. You know, so it's not having him. Definitely, you can see they're running different plays. You know, they don't have that sort of smash mouth football that they used to have. But you know, they're still Winnipeg. They execute very well. They're very well coached, and you can't go out there sort of half stepping.
You want to be the man, you got to beat the man, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Duron, I know you're new here, but I got to ask you about something that's kind of become a thing. This team has had trouble winning on this home field this year and last year. Now it's.
Man, you know, I would say every game going into, it's hard to win a CFL game, and coming into each week, you know, when guys are hyped up, and it just sometimes it doesn't go the way that you want it to. I think that the comfortability at being home. And, you know, as I said before, we had a really young team, you know, going, and like that BC game, you know, we had a lot of young guys going in there, and when I first came to the CFL, I had never seen a CFL play before. And I came up here and I thought I was going to be the next Chris Carter, you know? And my first day, I realized, man, guys can really play. So our young guys have get caught up into, you know, man, this is a guy that he's been in the CFL about 6-7 years. I never heard of him, but you know, he's a great player. And I think we're sort of getting out of that now, especially where we've had a lot of mistakes against Montreal, and to go into an away stadium and, you know, pull that victory, we just have to translate it over to here.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Ron. Appreciate it, man.